I am moving this strawberry bed. I already took out big boards that were underneath here, but the reason I'm doing it is because there's just not enough room here. And I also want to put it into the north garden where I can keep an eye on it. Because out here on the other side of the property, I'm just not out here all the time, so I can't keep an eye on it and it's hard to water it. So what I'm going to do is try to just pull these out, keep as much dirt as I can with them, and put them in the new beds. Now they've been here for a few years, so what I'm going to try to do is everywhere it laid down runners, like the main plant was like right here, and it laid down runners, and where it touched, it rooted new ones. So what I can do is I can take these runners here, because they're all pretty much dead. Once it lays down, you know, like the runner will come off the main plant, it'll lay down, root a new one, and then this runner will die. So, you notice it died right here. So, but I'm going to make sure that I just cut them. That way I don't uproot them. So anywhere there's a plant here, there's a separation. I'm just going to go ahead and cut through these runners, because the runner's pretty much dead anyways, but it is a lot of times still attached, and I just don't want to disturb the new plants. So what I'm going to do is just kind of dig around each plant here like this. You'll see these here, these runners died when it laid down right there. So I'm just going to cut all this out like this, and so I'm going to try to make just, you know, multiple plants out of this, which is what it is. But see, like right here it laid down a new one there, and then the runners here are pretty much dead, but I don't want to just yank on them, so just cut those like that. Yeah, so I'm going to just dig them up as multiple plants and then transplant them. And when I transplant them in the new bed, I'm going to separate them, give them a little bit more room. Because this bed was so congested and didn't have a lot of room, there weren't a lot of spots for it to lay down the runners. And so, like, you'll see right here, what happened was it tried to lay down a runner, but it couldn't find dirt, so it laid on top of other plants or on the edge of the bed, and then it never got to root. So that's why you need lots of room with these. Yeah, see, like there's a plant, there's one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9. Yeah, it looks like 9 plants from one original. So I'm just going to get underneath it like this. Pull it out whole like that. And believe it or not, strawberries can have pretty deep root systems. Just going to set it inside the wheelbarrow here. Yeah, this one's attached to the side of the... Yeah, looks like it went under the wood. I'm going to pull it up like that. Yeah. Couldn't get a lot of dirt with those because it was attached to the side there. Looks like I might even have more than what I thought. And these right next to the wood. Yeah. Just got some bare roots now. There's 4. Somebody's got their chainsaw going across the way. I'll pull these out as one big system and then separate it when I get over there. Whoa, I've got a couple over here too. So I have more than I thought. And then I'll build a new lid for it. Well, I have more plants than I thought I did. Looks like maybe 10 or 11. I apologize for the chainsaw noise. They're doing work way down across the street. It's like 450 feet, and yet kind of in this valley, and so noise just travels. Okay, so this clump here, I think I can actually separate this. This looks like it's 3 of them. I don't know. No, it looks like it's 1. That's 1. Looks like 2. Yeah, okay. So I'll just separate those. And I've got this one and this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just start planting these. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to leave as much of that root system as I can. Just like that. Separate them out. Give them plenty of room to sprawl. That one there. Because they'll lay down more runners. Can cut those runners off. So wherever I see these dead tendrils, I'm going to go ahead and just cut them off. Like this one here was probably getting ready to send down a runner. That's a dead runner here. So look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of that root system. It's good though, I'm just going to leave it intact. There's a dead runner. It'll give these quite a bit more room to grow now. I'm just going to consider this 1. I'm just going to tease the roots a little bit. I'm going to plant it back down in here as a main one. So here it is, mid-March, and this is the perfect time because these have not started blooming yet. It'll be another month or so, but they're going to start, well, they're going to start any time now, just starting more growth because it's getting warm out. Now this is just a rat's nest. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the root systems apart. Not going to worry about it because there are 2 of them here. So that was 3 main ones. And it looks like it tried to lay one down here and it looks like it broke. So try to get rid of all this stuff here. I should cut this and not pull it, but I'll come through and get the scissors to it so I don't go yanking stuff apart. But that's one good size one right there. Look at that. And like I said, I will build a new cover for this. Boy, once you separate these out, you really see how many new plants I got out of that one plant. Look at this. Get this out of here. I'm going to plant this right here. Even then, you know what's really funny? That even this new bed is undersized. I mean, even this new bed here, it's going to be completely full, it looks like. There we go, and there's one here. These are the strawberries my daughter bought me, I think 4 years ago. And it was one small plant like this. It was about that size. And even in that small bed, look at what I've got out of that one plant. Now on this end of the bed, she bought me 2 plants actually. So I've got another one in another bed that I'm going to plant here that she bought me. And that one's only a year old. So it looks like this bed is full already. Amazing. Then I'm going to go ahead and build a new cover. Now when I build the new cover, I'm going to build this up a good 4 or 5 inches. That'll give the plants plenty of room to grow upward. I think they're going to do great in here. A lot more room. And they should spread out and completely fill this bed. And also, what I did not do with the other bed is keep an eye on the runners. You know, when it's laying down these runners, what I usually do is lay them down, and you can actually put a little, you know, like a little stone or something right here, and cover it up with dirt, and then it'll root and start a new plant. So I'm gonna I'll cut all this away, like all this dead stuff. I'll grab my scissors. But being in the north garden here, I come out here like 5 or 6 times a day, and I spend quite a bit of time out here. So I'll be able to keep an eye on them. When they drop runners, I'll try to guide the runners, like guide them like this to an empty spot. If they come across toward another plant, a lot of times they'll lay on another plant, and then they won't put down the runner because it's not touching dirt. So just keep an eye on them and lay the runner down onto the soil, and then just keep redirecting them so that eventually you've completely filled the bed. And that's the key to strawberries. So, all right, well, there it is. Transplanting my strawberries. All done for this variety. Build the lid, and we're ready for summer.